Hey, good morning everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. We had a big day planned here. We worked late yesterday and got 3 nice sized patios ready, a front porch, a step. It was all going to be rolled slate, and then rain moved in last night and everything is a muddy mess. So we came over here and Steve's prepping this garage. Started trucking stone down this hill into the basement, and this is dry compared to where we just came from. So in here, hopefully it's light enough we'll be able to see. We need to bring this grade up some places a foot. Rock everywhere. Got to be careful with the plumbing. Yep, a little bit dark back there. But you can see over on this side, quite a bit of fill needs to go in here. I have 3 triaxle loads of stone heading this way. And we're using limestone instead of gravel. Limestone locks in better, and our power buggies run on it much better than if it were the aggregate. So I'm going to pass the camera on to Steven. He's going to jump in the machine and start trucking stone into the guys. I'm going to go get on maintenance and see if I can salvage this day in the shop working on some of the equipment. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It'll be prepping and trying to stay out of the mud. Ready, Steve?
I was born ready.
Born ready. All right. 3 drains in this garage. 3 9-foot doors. So we'll put about 1.5 inch drop to each of these drains. We have a nice ledge in the back here. Rebar and concrete will set on this. We'll wrap the lumber with expansion joint. I might even drill. We have a little ledge here, but not much of one. So we might drill into something here, and get some support on this side wall, as well as that side wall. Out front, we're sitting on concrete, so our rebar will set on this wall. Here's the bottom of our door sill. So you can see it's about 10 inches of fill that needs brought in all through here. All right, that's what we're up to today.
And there he goes. Off to do some shop work. Alright guys, my dad left the camera with me, said to get some footage, so like he said, we're going to get the garages prepped, the basement prepped, and then that'll probably be it for today. Screw that, man. Screw that. There's no gravel here. Like, let's go golfing. Just tell them gravel never showed up.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Okay, so we have our door box here for our garage doors. What we do on ones that are set up like this, just to make sure we have a nice square sill, this house appears to be getting a brick ledge, just basing off the 3.5 inch lip going along the perimeter. So when they do that, they usually wrap these corners Hey, I'm trying to talk here. They wrap these corners with bricks, so what we do is give them a nice square area. Whatever size board gets us out to the edge of the footer, in this case we're using a 2x8, and then we'll get some bridging or something to make that flush with the footer. We just basically nail these boards onto the door box, and that is that. Gravel is finally here. So this is 15 ton of 2B limestone and 30 rebar. So we're probably going to go ahead and just use this up in the garage here and get this knocked all out while we wait for the triaxles. Oh my gosh, they are so inconsiderate with their power tools. Anyways, we'll wait for the triaxles to get the basement done. Okay, so there was our 15 ton of limestone. Obviously, it did probably close to half of this garage. So we're supposed to have 2 triaxle loads of limestone showing up here any minute now. So obviously Jimbo and Matt called an audible, and actually it was a really good idea by them. You know, sometimes we're left with gaps, so what they did, instead of padding on the front, they put the padding on the back, blocked off this hole, got our forms out to the edge of the footer here. Now what that does is it keeps any concrete from oozing through here, gives the brickies a nice clean ledge to work off of, helps them out. So, you know, Jimbo did that while I was in the machine. Matt and Stan were raking the gravel. We have our inside 1.5-inch lip boards. Those are all, did I cut those? No, I marked them. I never cut them. So I'm going to cut those real quick. We're going to have to bring 2x10s from the shop. There's nothing laying around here. For our sill boards, all the drains are set and squared. There's really nothing we can do until this gravel gets here. So play the waiting game. Triaxle is here. Pull him up a little. Good. Okay, so as you saw, we got the gravel in the garage. We are graded to about 5 inches thick all through here. The drains were a little bit heavier. I always like to get a lot of concrete in that area because that's the area where the cars tend to sit. So we're 5 inches down to about 6, maybe 6.5-ish. Jim's double checking our lip boards to make sure they're nice and level, which guaranteed they are. Right, Jim?
Perfect.
Good. We're going to go ahead and put this frost wall board on, this lip board on, and we're going to leave this one open just in case we don't get back here tomorrow. Homeowners, other workers have a place to go in and out. A lot of times when we put these boards on, they get stepped on, thrown out of whack. We end up having to take them off and redo them anyways. So leave this one off, give everybody a place to access, and then we're going to go ahead and jump down to the basement and get that stoned. So I didn't film the basement prep, mainly because it was just about 1.5 million trips up and down this hill with the skid loader coming in through this doorway and bringing our sub base in this nice big basement up to grade. Concrete height is bottom or top of concrete wall right there, sorry. So we have about 4 inches of concrete all through this basement floor. Now we typically do our basement floors about 4 inches thick because with the fiber mesh and the 4,000 psi concrete and minimal water, you know, they are good and strong. There's no vehicles driving on this. It's in a climate controlled house, so you're not going to get a bunch of temperature fluctuation that's going to make the concrete shrink and expand. So that's why we pour our basement floors this way. We will put plastic down as a moisture barrier, but other than that, I mean, this is all finished. We'll put zip strip in for our control cracks, and yeah, there's another basement for you. So that's it. I think it's a wrap for today. Kind of hoping it is. Sitting here waiting on gravel, it gets boring. So if it is, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Concrete with the Hosses. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe, and make sure you tune back in to see this basement floor and garage. See you guys.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. I am terrible with a script. I wish I could just talk about concrete all the time, but Emily wants me to give Callie a shout out. Go to DMPPE Live. This weekend, she announces my grandson's hockey games, and she started her YouTube channel about a year ago, and I ran into her a couple of months ago and saw her recording, struck up a conversation with her, and she started a new YouTube channel. So she's just getting started with it, has a couple of subscribers, could use your help. So Saturday 10:50 and Saturday 10:50, 4:30, and Sunday at 9:25. You can watch her, listen to her announce the hockey game. Look for 81 Austin. So Callie said that this is what she wants to do for a living, so she's getting started nice and young, and Concrete with the Hosses is all about supporting that. Okay, just pulling the mixer up. A little bit more. You can keep coming. Another 1.5 feet. That's good there. You want to go more? You got 1.5 feet and a foot. You gonna lose your swing? You good there? Okay. Still pretty dark out. Getting some stuff in position. We're ready to go. That was 10 yards. Number 2 mixing up. Get this poured very quickly. Okay, off to a good start. It is 7:31. Garage is poured. Now we're gonna pull him up to this hillside as far as he wants to come over, hit the power buggies. That way the buggies won't have to come all the way up the hill. Okay, we poured the garage first. Now it's a little bit brighter in here. And the camera always makes it seem darker than it is. Pretty good shape. I have a couple of these little lights going. I hear the mixer in place right now. I don't see a floor drain, do you? Is that set over there? Okay. Okay, good. I see that plumbing for the shower. Let's see how they're making out here. Bringing our second buggy down. Woohoo! Like Kennywood Park. Yeah. Yep. As soon as they're tag axle, the third axle hits, they like to stop. That'll sometimes hold them up on that pivot there. Yep. Oh, it keeps rolling ahead. We'll take it. And that's going to be about it. Okay, good shit. Dumping some rainwater out. Looking good. As soon as we get a system going, we'll lose far less on that hill. Steve will run up and give it a 2-chute scrape. Two and a half. And good to go. In on the plywood, turn, straight on the plastic. Good shake. Probably kind of noisy. I'll just go to time lapse. Talk to you real soon. That way it doesn't hurt the plastic. Okay. Good on water? Well, that was the leftovers from number 1, 10 yards right here. I wanted to get out to this post right here, about 4 buggy fulls of concrete, maybe 5, right in through here. So I have 6 yards coming for this. Question is, am I going to be short? Stay tuned. Set my coffee cup down for 45 minutes. I almost put my mouth right on that. Okay, so much for my coffee break. Mixer showed up. We'd like to pour against our concrete first and get a nice little mix. That way you don't get a defined line in your floors. Now, you can see how soft this concrete is. It's been laying here, I'd say 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So it'll blend pretty good. If I was any longer, we'd chip that back and do a nice tie-in. So that was 2 buggies, 1, 2, 3. I think 6 will do this. I think I'm coming up short. That's good, just dump it. Okay, we'll get a little bit of this poured. I'll talk to you real soon. Okay, there it is. We made it. This is everything out of the truck. About a wheelbarrow and a half of concrete left over. I'll go ahead and get this bull floated. I am thrilled we made it. I would have hated to have to call Benny and say, hey, I need another yard. So good. Get this bull floated. We'll head upstairs, check on the guys. Okay, I just got done bull floating. What I wanted to say real quick, I took the bull float and I stretched over truck number 1 down here. And that just helps blend that edge together. Those I went over and came back across, nice and flat. And of course this was wet, so we just pulled it right down there. All right, clean up, let's go. All right, good timing. Our final mixer is cleaning up and getting out of here. Steven's taking care of these sills. He pulled the 2x4s out, cleaning up the lip. Now the garage door closes right in this pocket. We talk about this quite often. On residential, this is our most common setup for garage doors. Forcing the bleed water out. Pretty greasy on top yet. We don't want to get on and work that water back into the surface. So we don't want to touch that yet. Okay. All right, a couple minutes. A little bit more cleanup. Okay, so the floor is starting to set up. The guys spread out. The end of the 3 truck is ready. Matt's in the corner taking care of the drain. Over there is ready. Where we started soft, and the rest of this is soft yet. So just find the places where we can work and stay ahead of it. Couple minutes of this. I'm gonna head upstairs. They'll just work the walls in. The walls take the longest time, so they'll give a nice finish there. And then hit the post, hit the drain, then do the main part. If we bring a machine, everybody asks, how come we never use a machine? We still have to do by hand around the post, around that drain on the wall, around that pipe, around those 3 posts, around that, around all that by hand. We could hit the whole thing by hand just as quick. All right, upstairs. Okay. Can't wait any longer. And you can see how it really doesn't stick to my fingers anymore. Out here where we floated a little bit. So we'll stay away from that. We're gonna go ahead and jump on and start knocking down our lines, edging the drains around the wall. Let's get started. I have never seen this much bleed water on a floor. Look at it just gathering around the drain. That'll just drain right outside. Here, look at it all. Oh, I got one. I'm gonna be here a while. I'll get a couple more of these out of here. Alright. Still have this to do. This is getting better. Still got to get all this water out. That's wet. Okay. Our last sill. Just keeping these nice and straight. We're using a real soft bristled broom. Now Steve will edge that behind me. And just broom this face real lightly. Okay, Steve's getting on for second pass. I'm going to jump on right here, see if we can't get something going. Might have to talk for a second. I'll get a couple minutes of footage just troweling slow and flat. You can see the difference between second pass and first pass. Yeah, this was all in the sun, so that's pretty good. Matt came up and booted me off. I'm going to go get started on our next project. I'll leave the camera here and just get a couple minutes of footage. Pretty boring from here on out, just troweling it. Slow and flat. Matt makes it look so easy. Yep, fixing up all my mess ups. Okay, I think we'll close out right here for this episode of Conquer with the Hosses. Thanks again. See you on the next one. And if you want to check it out, go to DE. Stop. DMPPE Elite.
DMPPE Live.
Let me say that one more time. DM